Love Inspired and HarlequinAudio present The Soldier's K-9 Companion by Belle Calhoune, performed by Aure Nash. Trigger warning. This book deals with sensitive content, including PTSD and sexual assault. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Philippians 4:13. For Randy, my true north. Chapter 1. Luke Adams gritted his teeth as he navigated his vintage Range Rover along the snowy mountain road. At moments like this, he was grateful that his father had taught him to drive Alaskan roads when he was 16 years old. If nothing else, he was a pro at making his way over these snow-packed icy roads. If he could only stop his heart from hammering so wildly within his chest, if only his thoughts would stop racing. His breathing was choppy as he turned down the road lined with Sitka trees. Luke clenched the steering wheel tightly, counting down the minutes until he reached his destination. How had things come to this point where even driving his truck caused a feeling of panic to crash over him? Not too long ago, he'd been an elite Navy SEAL, and now he was merely a shadow of his former self. A has-been. It used to be.
Lord, please help me find my bearings so I can get back to normal,
he prayed. He wasn't looking for perfection, just progress.
Bent, but not broken.
His father's voice echoed in his ear, reminding him to hang on. He was worthy of moving on with his life. Driving was one of the hardest things for him to do now, which was heartbreaking, since he'd always loved the open road and the adventures that awaited him. These days, he was always braced for what awaited him around each and every corner. The red and gold sign jumped out at him just as he reached a curve in the road. Destiny's K-9 Dog Farm. All are welcome.
Am I really doing this?
He asked himself. His childhood friend, Charlie Johnson, had convinced him to give working with a service dog a chance for his PTSD. So far, he'd tried everything else, including therapy. He was still dealing with anxiety and nightmares as well as flashbacks. All he truly wanted was to get back to his old self and the man he used to be. Strong, confident, whole. Some days, he doubted whether it was possible. How could it be when guilt would always hang over him like a dark cloud? When he parked his vehicle, Luke sucked in a deep breath before exiting. Being in unfamiliar surroundings always did a number on him. The property was beautiful, nestled at the base of the Serenity Mountains, which provided a stunning backdrop. A medium-sized home with a wraparound porch sat 100 feet from the driveway against a lush setting of woods and mountain. Dogs of all varieties were running around in a fenced-in area, looking playful and vibrant. He noticed a few other vehicles parked in the driveway by the fence. In the distance, he spotted a man and a woman with a small dog. Charlie had told him he'd be here, but Luke hadn't spotted his distinctive hunter green truck in the driveway. Now he felt even more awkward about being here, but he couldn't stand around all day without talking to Destiny about her services. He walked toward the barn, his boots crunching loudly in the snow, before realizing that the woman he'd first spotted must be Destiny. He couldn't tell for sure from this distance, but that appeared to be a training session in progress. As he drew closer, Luke could hear her giving the dog praise and concluding the session with her client. "I'll see you next week." Her voice rang out as she waved goodbye. As the man walked past him, he sent Luke a curious glance as if he recognized him. Ever since his return to Serenity Peak, he'd been avoiding the townsfolk in an attempt to dodge probing questions about his Navy SEAL status. Most people here remembered him from before he went away to serve his country. Naturally, they expected tales of heroism and glory. They often showered him with gratitude and thanks, which he couldn't handle at the moment. Now he couldn't even muster up a single sentence about his time as a SEAL without being triggered. Destiny hadn't noticed him yet. Her back was to him as she focused on her dogs, seemingly in her own world. Curiosity made
Sample complete. Ready to continue?